This is GTR number 3, and I'm going to start up with the engine bay. It features a Ford Coyote with a Whipple Supercharger. It's a custom-made exhaust, a bundle of snakes, collecting there in the middle, going into cats and mufflers, and sweeping around and down and out the back of the car. It's got a Graziano transaxle 6-speed with drop gears. I was on the dyno the other day doing 152 miles an hour in 4th gear. Should put it about 208, 212 in 6th. Got a custom-made intake because the Whipple can't be inverted or turned in 180 degrees around, so the intake's in the front. Fortunately, there's a lot more room in the GTR than the SLC. You see from the power cell there, it's got the infinity power box system. And the air cleaner's way over here, where there's a cold air intake coming in the side from outside in front of the car here along the door. It's got H's of H-Craft's wheel wells. You see them, and surrounds the rear wheel. Closes them in real nice. H's rear hinge. It's got gas struts to hold it up, which is really nice, so you're able to work on it without a strut or anything. And everything on this car is automated. It's wireless remote opening, so it's got an actuator in the back which will pull both releases, and then it pops them up automatically here with spring-loaded poppers. Coming around the other side, it's got a coolant tank for the actual supercharger. It's 3.5 gallons, custom made. It's got a cooler down there with a fan, and again, that's bringing in cold air from the outside vent here. It's got air conditioning. As you can see, the compressor down there. The mounts were custom made to work with the Coyote mounts going into the frame. Got a solid floor below the engine. This is probably the most neat and organized engine bay I've done. See, it's just so clean you almost don't want to have the rear clip on. Got solid rear glass, cut out of another piece of glass to fit to this car. Moving on to the interior, see a lot of custom work in the interior. Start with the door cards. See these 3-piece door cards which really finish the inside of the door. Got a custom-made door sill down the bottom. If you notice up front, it's got bulbs, a special thing, a bulb seal that comes around to meet the door, and then the bulb seal goes all the way around the door, seals it up real nice. The seats are Sparcos, about the biggest seat you're going to get in this car. They're really comfortable. Got carbon fiber backs. They reclined on sliders, and even have a little pull strap here so the seat can actually move forward in case you want to put somebody back there. Yeah. The seat belts are retractable like street belts, and they go down inside so they're out of sight when you're not using them. Got a custom made subwoofer panel in between the seats. Custom made center console, and this has a side shifter done by cable shift, and I developed a gated plate for it, which made the shifting a lot easier. And Scott up in Massachusetts did a CAD file on a Zoom call, which is pretty cool. And then we sent it to Send in California, and they laser cut it and shipped it back. We sent them the CAD file, and they cut it and shipped it back. Got it in less than a week. Forward of the shifter are the controls for the AC system. It's a retro mod system. And then kind of a retro stereo to match the GT. And all the switches are down there by the, you can see the black buttons, and then there's lots of gauges, the retro look. The dash was custom done, getting rid of the glove box area and the gauge panel, so that's all blended in, and it's done in soft feel paint. If you look at all the headliner area, that's a custom made fiberglass piece all along here. The roll bar covers all the way down to there, custom made piece. In here, that was all handmade. Took me a couple weeks to do just the interior panels on this car. And there's a panel behind the seats also that the carpet covers. Speakers in the doors, tweeters in the doors. It's got original Ford GT mirrors, which are real nice, and they're power mirrors. Put the gas fill over on the passenger side so that you didn't have to trap the door when you came into a gas station. The front is also on an automated opener. You can see the box right there, which covers up the actuator. And this whole hood area is a custom modification cut into what comes as a nose, cut in. The fiberglass 90-degree here are added, and along the inside, and these panels that you see where the gas strut hooks into, that's all custom made. Up in front, you got the battery, all the remote reservoirs for the clutch and the brakes. Get the fans and some cooling tubes. And then the hood just drops like any other hood. Close this up. Got a carbon fiber front splitter down there. And this splitter is really strong. You can stand on it. The embedded signal lights up in front. Headlight covers are bonded in there permanently. The front wheel wells also have inside covers with access holes, and as you can see, with the lift system not up, the wheel well closes up the gap to the tire really nicely. It's a very big windshield in this thing. It's a Ford GT windshield. DOT glass. Coming around to the driver's side, got tilting pedals up in there. Even got a dead pedal on the side as a footrest. An OMP steering wheel with the flat bottom. And the camera, the review camera, it's an AudioVox Pro, and it'll fire up and you'll see the image on these things are incredible. The view, and it's got a front-facing camera too, and you can put a SD card in there to record your trips or what's going on when you're not there. So that's the car in a brief overview. It's also got one thing I missed. It's got a electric emergency brake. It's a Willwood system. You can see the little caliper up in the front, and there's a motor in the back. And it's all a little computerized system, which is really nice. So it just a turn of the switch, goes on or off. Even illuminates when it's on, so you know it's on. So the emergency brakes now is on, so I'll just start it up real quick. So it's definitely drops down and quiets down, and when you stand on it, that supercharger really spools up. You can hear it. Let me see if I can reach in there while it's on. Give it a couple. So that's GTR number 3. I'm really happy with it. As I said, every car that I do, I try to make them better and better, and this one's really raised the bar again. It's done in Ford Race Red with frozen white stripes. Took me 3 days to paint it. There's a lot of surface area on this car, and then a little solid week to cut and buff it. It's a real nice car, well put together and well thought out. Thanks for watching.